leaders are coming soon.
Good afternoon, Excellency. On behalf of ABAC 2017, I'd like to report to Excellency the issue that business people. APEC 2017 Chair, Your Excellency, President Trần Đại Quang, Your Majesty, Excellencies, APEC members, it is my great pleasure to warmly welcome you all to beautiful Da Nang. Each year we meet, we talk about issues of importance to us all, to Asia Pacific as a region, and to business community, and to all our individual economies. My colleagues and I recognize that this is both enormous privilege and great opportunity. Ours is valuable collaboration if we were able to achieve our shared APEC vision. We all recognize the advantages and those challenges of the great diversity of this region. Collectivity of our economies are the engine room of growth for the world, but harnessing the potential is our greatest challenges. APEC has long understood the need to develop inclusive, sustainable economic growth and recognize our different stages of development, the great potential that we will unleash if we embrace innovation in growing our region. However, APEC does not operate isolation of trends that swept the world. Challenges of population, demographic, climate change, disruption of rapid technology change, safety and security of our community, and substantial shift in political and economic position and stability. Recently, there has been reassuring sign of economic recovery. This is welcome good news that means greater prosperity for our people and positive steps for further regional integration. But we are not in a clear water yet. There are significant dangers if we become compellent. APEC supports non-discriminatory, rule-based and multilateral trading systems as our best avenue for growth and defend against protectionism around the world. However, the trend toward protectionism has gone since the global financial crisis, as the impacts of trade have left positively by some but negatively by others. Indicators suggest that this trend may continue to accelerate. Last year in Lima, APEC leaders noted that questions about globalization, technology, and integration are contributing to this trend. Public discussion about trend, about regional integration has clearly shifted to one of distrust, both of business and government. And the question about the benefits of trade and the equality of distribution. Accordingly, we need to tell the balanced story, showing the benefits of open markets to all our economy, making the case for trade, building confidence in trade investment policy, while recognizing the need to mitigate the negative aspect of trade. We should pursue policy that strengthen resilience and adaptability and that respond to human costs that sometimes come with open market and technology. We should also acknowledge that ongoing change is inevitable as a part of global development and assist those most affected by that change. This is therefore critical to ensure that appropriate structural reforms are implemented to assist community to adjust. APEC recognizes the transformative potential of digital technology for all our economy, from the least and the most developed, and the need to ensure that none of us are left behind as we are capture that potential. To do this, we need domestic reform and government policy that will boost productivity and waste, encourage and support fair competition, education, training policy that build foundation skills, encourage through line learning to enable further reskilling for displaced workers, and policy that enable business to adjust workforce changes. As a business community, we know that greater, not less, liberalization in goods and service will create opportunities for our entrepreneurs and workers, and that there is significant more to be done to encourage investment flow around the region. Investment remains key to trade and economic growth. Governments create stable regulation environment for investment will boost business confidence and support growth. Resisting the urge to rely on tariff and unnecessary regulation and removing unwanted and discriminatory non-tariff barriers should be a regional priority. Clarify and consistent rule across the sector through our region should provide significant relief to business and assist to build an APEC community that is more financially integrated and transparency and resilient and connected. APEC remains committed to vision of free trade area of Asia Pacific as our greatest priority and the best way to achieve both goals of free and open trade and investment in Asia Pacific. We urge the greatest progress in implementing the step outlined in Lima Declaration last year and will continue our strongest effort to support that work. As we quickly approach 2020, it's appropriate that APEC community consider our future beyond the BOGO goals, that we think about what we want for our region and people in coming decades. In APEC, we strongly believe an inclusive, sustainable, stable, and vibrant regional economy bring prosperity to all in achievable goal. APEC has delivered its annual report to APEC leaders with a number of recommendations. Concerning these and other important issues, which I commend to you all, we look forward to small group discussion on these and other topics. Thank you very much, Your Excellency.
Ladies and gentlemen, the dialogue between APEC economic leaders and the APEC Business Advisory Council members this year is of significant importance. It is time for us to find out new ways to sustain the role of APEC as a driver for economic growth and integration at the global level and in the Asia-Pacific. It is also timely for us to build a new vision for APEC as the forum is entering its fourth decade of development. For that reason, APEC economic leaders are ready to dialogue with the business community ahead of the important meeting tomorrow. The recommendations and ideas presented by APEC will provide an important basis for us to consider and make decisions on APEC's future direction. I highly value APEC report to APEC economic leaders as presented by Mr. Chair of APEC 2017 and welcome the 20 specific recommendations of the regional business community. And it is my view that all of your recommendations are very practical and important. The issues that attract the attention of the business community, particularly regional economic integration, connectivity, boosting trade and investment flows, micro, small, and medium enterprises, inclusive growth, food security, APEC's post-2020 vision, amongst others, are also issues of great concern for APEC leaders to work out appropriate solutions and practical actions. Here, I wish to emphasize some specific points as follows. First, economic integration, connectivity, trade and investment liberalization have been and will continue to be the top priorities of APEC cooperation. All APEC member economies are committed to accelerating the implementation to achieve the BOGO goals with greater focus on services, investment, and measures to reduce non-tariff barriers. APEC will also expedite the implementation of adopted plans, notably the APEC Connectivity Blueprint, the Supply Chain Connectivity Framework, the Services Competitiveness Roadmap for 2016-2025. At the same time, APEC needs to focus more on emerging issues such as cross-border e-commerce, the roadmap on the Internet and digital economy, amongst others. At the APEC Economic Leaders Retreat tomorrow, we will discuss the orientations to further expedite the efforts to achieve the BOGO goals, connect supply chains, strengthen the multilateral trading system, promote regional trade agreements, and move towards the realization of a free trade area of the Asia-Pacific. Second, we share the business community's concerns on the need to increase MSMEs' participation in global markets, improve businesses' access to finance, and enhance women's economic empowerment. The greater participation of businesses in general and women entrepreneurs in particular will inject new impetus to foster sustainable and inclusive growth. We are committed to developing effective policy and legal frameworks to create a better environment for the business community. Third, your recommendations on accelerating economic, financial, and social inclusion, achieving food and energy security, promoting quality workforces in the digital age reflect the urgent issues to be addressed to ensure innovative, sustainable, and inclusive growth. Since the beginning of this year, we have instructed APEC officials at all levels to focus on building long-term cooperation frameworks for economic, financial, and social inclusion, human resources development in the digital age, food security in response to climate change, and rural-urban development. These issues will also be in the agenda of tomorrow's meeting. Fourth, I highly value the contributions made by the business community towards the idea of an APEC post-2020 vision. APEC has been successful for the past 3 decades, and the forum is now at a pivotal juncture. I call on the business community to continue making active contributions and working with us to accomplish the task to build a new vision for the APEC Forum in the decades to come. Ladies and gentlemen, we can be proud that APEC has become one of the most successful cooperation forums in connecting the governments with the business community. The APEC Business Advisory Council, together with the Pacific Economic Cooperation Council and the APEC Voices of the Future, have always been the companions of APEC throughout the past decades to make joint contributions towards prosperous development in the Asia-Pacific. Throughout the APEC year 2017 in Vietnam, the business community has made active contribution to all important APEC meetings. Many events within the framework of APEC meetings have been organized by businesses, notably the APEC Startup Forum, the APEC Public-Private Dialogue on enhancing capacities of MSMEs, and APEC Entrepreneurs Forum. The business community has also actively participated in and proposed ideas at the deliberations and dialogues, including those on APEC towards 2020 and beyond, inclusive growth, food security, sustainable tourism, among many others. Let us continue to uphold this close and effective cooperation mechanism. I wish that the business community will continue to be the government's companion at this critical juncture and beyond. I firmly believe that your companionship will provide new impetus to realize APEC's ultimate goal for the benefit of the people and businesses. I wish you very fruitful discussions. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you very much, Excellency, for your comprehensive and insight remark. Now, I would like to invite the leaders and APEC members to breakout section, please. Thank you.
Thời gian còn